viewers, and welcome to one of the most awaited series of the session, Global Insiders. I am sure you might have seen season 1, and we have already met in season 2, and this is season 3. I am Jiya your host for the day, and yes, today we have with us one of the most amazing singer I have ever heard. Rather than that, maybe the upcoming golden voice of Birgunj, and a very amazing actor. Yes, let's welcome Jiya Kamal.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thank you. That was an amazing introduction. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
I really pretty much like your name. So,
Yeah.
is there any history behind this name?
Definitely, like my Mama ji, I should say Mama ji, it would be. So basically, he named me Jiya Kamal. He thought that, Jiya Kamal means अपने कुल का नाम रोशन करने वाला, something like that. So yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm damn sure you're going to do that.
Yeah.
So, how was your school journey,
Honestly, boring. I mean, yeah, like I've studied in 2 schools. In Grace School, I've studied up to 7, and in nursing secondary school. In grade of government certificate, I went there for 8, 9, and 10. And just because I was undervalued and I was not really explored out there, so they wanted me to fit in, but yeah, that's what it was boring.
You were really bored in your school life, right?
Yeah.
So you came to Global, you chose Global. There might be a certain reason why you chose Global.
I can't exactly say why I chose Global, because see, the kind of community I belong from, the kind of background I have, like my relatives. So actually, we are not actually supposed to choose anything on our own. It's not under our control, like not even clothes, trust me. So yeah, so I still remember, like, my result had just come out of C, and like all of the relatives, as they do, they started coming to my house and they started kind of like, telling me what to do in life. They started giving me those counseling lectures about how to pursue career and all. So I still remember one of my grandfather, he just came to my house. He was like, "You're going for science," and I was like, "Amazing! This is so this is so fast." And I just kept on staring at him. And he was like, "You are good for science. You are doing science, and go for it." But I was confused because nobody asked me, because like whenever any of my relative was coming at my house, they were like, if the person was from law faculty, they were like, go for law. Some were like, go for commerce. Some were like, go for science. They confuse kids nowadays. Yeah. And trust me, I've faced. I guess many of you guys who are watching this, you must have faced this. So yeah, I went to 2 of the love of my life. Like, they are my uncles, and they have studied science from KTM on scholarship.
Wow.
So they are amazing. Like, Siddharth Pandey. I hope you guys are watching. So I just told them, Uncle ji, I'm so confused. Like, things are pretty weird nowadays, and like, everyone are, they're burdening me with their expectations. What shall I do? Shall I go for science? And their prompt reaction was no. And I was like, why so much hate for science? I mean, you are yourself a science student. And it was like, not hate, like, I know what I have given to science and what science has taken from me. And I was like, okay, that's a pretty much controversial stuff. But he was like, no, you should definitely choose commerce because you have that personality and you give me vibe at some banker or something like that. And still you have a certain passion, you are not totally into academics. I think you should just go in commerce, because you have a passion for singing, filmmaking. It's just, it will be nice for you, time-wise also. You'll get time for those things. So just go for that. I was like, okay, I'll try. But still the question was, which college? Like, there is a rush. It's a really, competitive business nowadays about college. They are doing everything to please students. Yeah. I wanted a college, especially personally, which focuses on how to celebrate differences, not to fit in, but to stand out. The thing is that nowadays many colleges, they do anything to please students and brainwash them, Now think about a college which is not doing anything in order to brainwash you by giving you some reception party stuff and welcome program. So the orientation day, the first day of my college, I remember I was still outside of the college and I got a call from my friend. He was like, yaar, aaj humaro college mein party hona wala. I said, this is the first day, welcome program. I was like, cool, great for you, just go enjoy. And I was pretty much jealous, honestly. When I came into this hall, I was sitting with approximately 100 students at the last, backbencher since childhood. So I remember it was Ashok sir's session.
Yeah.
He took the mic, he kept it down. The whole hall was silent completely, like no one was speaking, nothing.
I was right there.
Yeah. You were the hostess, by the way. Yeah, you were the host, and Mohit brother was the host. Yeah. No one was speaking anything, and all of a sudden he used those 3 magical words of Ashok sir himself. He was like, Tokos. Whenever he speaks, one of his eyebrows
yeah.
pops up and he was like, Tokos. And no one was speaking anything. So he particularly, targeted someone. He was like, stand up. Tokos. Thank you, Garnachis. And he was like, sir, my name is this, that. He started introducing himself. He was like, Naam Sodhi ne male tero. To ki gar is there authority ke, what are you willing to do in your life? This, that, tyo. That is something I actually did. He was tearing that student right apart. Like he was not even giving me an excuse. He really wanted us to acknowledge ki 10 summer, our parents, they gave their blood, sweat, everything in order to just organize our life as a person and as a student. And he actually knows Ashok sir, our finance head and director. Like he was right top notch. He was not trying to do anything theoretical. He was not trying to do anything, a formality, something like that. Ki, you are here for orientation, welcome. We're going to give you party. We're going to feed you. We're going to give you dancing chances, this, that. He was actually talking about those right, like accurate things. And he was like, हामी धेरै के गर्न सक्छौ तिमीहरुले opportunities दिन सक्छौ but opportunities मा perform तिमीहरुले गर्नु and those words man whenever he says the believe गर that something great is coming out and I was like that was the exact moment I was like I'm actually at a place where I'll be able to make myself grow because that was the moment Ashok sir actually started asking everyone about their aim and I said for the first time in my entire life I said sir, I want to be a filmmaker. And he was like, he's different, clap for him. I was like, God, like this is first time I'm being valued for having such different skill set and what they call it, dream. So definitely guys, Global Business College is the best college in the world for me because this is the only college I've ever been to. So yeah, the great stuff, yeah.
So you have a really great story. Well,
yeah, I can make a biopic on it, trust me, yeah.
So how was your experience with Global?
Life-changing. I would say in one word, life-changing because I got many opportunities. Like many people don't know this, but after I came to Global, yeah.
So it's just been an year you came to Global, yeah.
An year.
So how could you give that statement that it's life-changing?
Yeah, because of the differences. Definitely, yeah, I will justify it. So I would say life-changing because a year back, I was a nobody.
Yeah.
Trust me, nobody knew me. Yeah, I mean, I was a class clown in my school days. I used to make people laugh because my aim is to be an actor. I'm an actor. So I make them laugh and I entertain them. So that was my identity. He is some, joker kind of a guy. He makes people laugh. But I had like other things in my mind. Like I love this craft of method acting. I'm into those things. So I am a really serious artist in my mindset. But I got acknowledged when I came to Global. So that was the main thing. So when I came here, it was first day, I sung few lines, on the orientation day.
Yeah, I remember.
And Om sir spotted me. He was like, you have a very good voice, you should work on that. Later on, he got to know that I'm into acting, very good. Later on, he got to know that I speak a bit well.
Yeah.
So, and these three things are something that I never did before I came to Global, because I never got such space because we belong from a society where if मलाई आम राम्रो लाग्छ भने तिमीलाई पनि आम राम्रो लाग्नु पर्यो otherwise you are not part of the league.
Yeah.
You're completely out of it. And as a teenager, yeah, definitely. Like one can't actually bear this fact कि यो मभन्दा राम्रो छ यो society मा definitely and where
the difference can't be appreciated.
Definitely, and that's what Global does. And they knew my differences. They knew he has something unique. And I remember he just told me something. Why don't you teach somewhere? Ashok sir, like Om sir, whenever he speaks, you should do something. You should speak. I was like, okay. I will do it, but sir, I still have grammatical errors. And he was like, no, just go for it. While teaching, you will learn, you will explore yourself. And he offered me a job as a teacher, and I went there. It was an amazing session. Like, I taught for 6 months, I guess. It was amazing, and he appreciated for this. And I was like, okay, so that somehow changed me. I got responsibility here. I got how to handle it. I got how to face my fear of, crowd. I have anxiety issues since childhood, I guess. So I got to, confront people. I got to perform in public.
Yeah.
So the voice of Global happened and yeah, things are pretty good. So yeah, so that was life-changing because I was a nobody. And all of a sudden I got few opportunities and I tried my best. And now I am not everything, but I'm somebody now. Yeah, I can say.
So you were in your school days. How did you do academically?
Academically, okay. So basically there was this cutthroat competition in my class because it was a government school, but it was an English medium stuff. But that really does not have any difference in Nepali medium, English medium. So due respect, It's a great school. I won't name it, but
Oh, really?
yeah, nursing school, very good. So yeah, it's a great school. But the fact is that people out there were so much into numbers
Yeah.
that
Yes.
I had no rooms for creativity, man. Trust me, I was dying every single day. Like, trust me, in my entire school life, no one knew that I could sing, I could speak. They were like, he's just a guy, who mimics other teachers, entertains us, that's it. Academically, I remember there was a cutthroat competition, so I was pretty much good. I remember I taught computer of my own classmates,
Oh,
to
wow.
my own classmates. So it was that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was good, but not that top notch. Honestly, just because I was doing short films, I was doing short films also. So I was pretty much handling everything, my studies and those things, because I just wanted decent grades. I had no greed of huge grades to impress my parents, because they knew that he has interest in
Something else.
yeah, something else, so filmmaking and stuff. So yeah, academically I was more than decent. Yeah.
So, what differences do you find when you came to global? Like, yeah, you were decent,
Yeah.
but now you're in global. So, global has many things to offer you. Like,
Definitely the free coaching
Lot.
classes would be the first thing to mention. Yeah. So basically, when I came to global, I got many opportunities. Due to those opportunities, I could not pay, I could not pay good attention or centered out attention on my studies. So I was pretty much doing everything. I was doing short films, I was singing, and I was teaching. So all those stuff, and I was studying also. So the best thing that happened was that in global, I don't know whether you guys know it or not, but if you guys are watching, there is this free extra classes that global runs, and those are the classes. Those classes are the only reason I'm still sitting in front of you, and I passed my, not passed, but yeah, I did really great in
that's
finals.
what we
Yeah,
do,
finals
because,
of 11. Yeah.
yeah, we are so much involved in everything that we don't study throughout the year.
Yeah.
But we don't study throughout the year because we are so involved in
Yeah.
everything. And then at the end of the year, you want those coaching classes.
Yeah, definitely. And they are truly life saving, they
That's
are
what
amazing.
helps, yeah.
And that is the reason I did a bit good in my finals of 11. And yeah, that was helpful.
That's the reason I passed 12.
Congratulations for that.
Okay, so you have a perception, like you have the aim, the passion to become
Yeah.
a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And you also are studying commerce, which is completely a personality, you see.
Yeah.
Like you are a student of management and you start acting like a banker,
Yeah.
you see.
Definitely.
So where do you imagine yourself after 10 years?
I guess I imagine myself sitting with my directors and having a cup of tea, as promised on the first day of orientation. I hope you know it.
I remember.
Yeah, so basically, yeah. So see, I was never told in this college to fit in. I was always told to stand out. So no one in this college, not even a single person told me, change your aim. You're in commerce, just do banking stuff. They never told me, you're born for banking, just go for banking. What is it's stupid, acting and all those stuff. He just, all the three murtis of this college, they are like three devs. So they always supported me in that stuff, and they always, even Ashok sir, he was like, whenever I meet him, even for 5 minutes, he's like, "तो यहाँ क्या कर रहा है just just go to Mumbai or just go study all those stuff." And he is like that. Like, they never teach me to fit in, and that's the best thing. Like, definitely, as you said, that commerce is a complete different faculty, in order to, if you compare it with filmmaking. So definitely it is different, but it somehow shapes you if you are at Global Business College, because here we got effective speaking skill sessions, 10 days strong sessions. I still remember. They teach you how to speak, and now as we are doing interview, this is my life's first interview, let me tell you, but still, if I'm being able to communicate with such amazing personality, Jiya Mishra, it is only because here our differences are celebrated.
Yeah.
We are not told to be formal all the time,
Appreciate.
Yeah, appreciate it. Definitely. We are not told to be formal all the time, like, just because you are you're definitely my senior, but the way I'm talking to, I have a sense of security that even if I say something wrong, you will forgive me, because you have that captive of, that maturity in you. Yeah, definitely. So here, it may be different to filmmaking and commerce, but somehow it shaped me, and it is still shaping me, and it will shape me till the end of the session. And I guess, so I'm enjoying it.
So what are your plans after 12th?
So So that would be really selfish of me to say. I have plans, but it's better not disclose but to show. Just because I'm in show business called filmmaking. So yeah, I will
So now
be
the
doing something in
is,
filmmaking. Yeah.
You will stay in global or you are moving out of global? Like,
After 12.
yeah.
Maybe I'll be out of the country after 12. So yeah. That is
So how does it feel? It's just an year left
yeah.
in global.
Yeah.
And you pretty much love this place.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm connected to it.
So how will it feel, while living in this place?
To answer this question, I would like to recall an incident. I remember I was in Ashok sir's office. He called me randomly. So it was Ashok sir who called me for 5 minutes in his office, and I went to him. And Ashok sir was sitting right in front of me, and I was like, sir, I greeted him, and he was like, okay, come sit. And I sat in front of him. He was like, क्या चल रहा है आजकल, what are you doing for your own skill set? It's okay, पढ़ाई ठीक है, you are teaching, all those things, I don't care about those. What are you actually doing for your own aim, for your career? And I was like, sir, I'm working hard, somewhere and somehow I'm preparing to move to, India or some Mumbai or Delhi, I don't know. And the question that you just asked me, what was that?
So how will it feel?
How will it feel? Definitely. He told me exact same thing. How will it feel? I was like, sir, I actually don't know. I will be missing this place. He was like, don't do that. In order to achieve something, you gotta sacrifice something.
Yeah.
This attachment thing with something, I think it kills at the end of the day, because
makes you weak.
Yeah, definitely it will make you weak. So don't think that if you move to India, you won't be connected to us. I'll always be there for you. So the fact is, be emotionally strong, because the kind of field you have chosen, it is going to take your blood, sweat. You need to be mentally strong. You can't be emotionally weak. You gotta handle these stuffs. He was like completely talking to me straightforward. No filter, no sugar cutting of words. He was like, keep on like babu, yahan janu parcha tale. Je pani ho janu parcha. Even more, like whenever you need any help financially, like he said that, and I was like, boom, it's Ashok Sharaf himself telling you that, and I was like, amazing. So he just told me, just don't stick to something which makes you weak, Move on, because life is literally short. And especially in Nepal, people are so indigenous. That is their problem. They are like playing safe in everything, Job pani garnu cha, yo pani garnu cha, passion pani follow garnu cha, yo pani garnu cha. They are trying to do, pretty much everything in order to, get hold of everything. But he is like, no, in order to if you want to do something revolutionary in your life, which is, if my career of filmmaking succeeds, it is going to change not only my life, but entirely the upcoming generation of my family, definitely, right? So in order to achieve something, you gotta sacrifice something, You can't play safe. And that's why I guess our Nepal is not progressing, in my opinion, We are trying to do everything, sab garnu samile. We are not willing to sacrifice other things and focus on one thing which is accurately important for us. And Ashok sir does that for me. Yeah.
That's so you talked about anxiety issues.
Oh God,
previously.
yeah, amazing.
So what are your thoughts on mental health as a teenager,
Yeah, that's a very good question. A fact is, just because I'm still growing, I'm still experiencing things, I can't exactly say what are my thoughts on mental health, but I definitely say, I think we all have that one spot within ourselves. Like if someone touches it, we all get mentally, we are like completely ruined. So yeah, it happens. But the sad thing is that people nowadays who are like elders, who are grown-ups, they really don't take seriously if the depression or tension or anxiety is of a teenager. They're like, tension. So it is like that. But the fact is that when you have good people around, it works out. And speaking of anxiety issues, oh God, happens. Trust me, I don't want to speak a lot about that, but yeah, mental health is something pretty much affects everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, mental health is mental health.
Do you think our college, like global,
Yeah.
it looks after your mental health?
Amazingly. And I was surprised. I still remember I had just joined the teaching stuff, and I wanted a half day off because I had to drop my sister to my aunt's house, and then I had to go to school. And I went to Sri Ram sir, and our principals are, our fatherly principals, I just love him. So I just went to him, I was like, sir, I need half holiday because I need to rush and I need to drop my sister. He was like, okay, great. That's how he talks. He's like, he speaks with complete surety. I was like, okay, let's go. I did that. So while I was walking, Om sir saw me. He was standing in the ground. He was like, hey, come here. And I just went to him like a child, completely baby. I had beards back then. I looked really exhausted to him. I was like, you're looking really exhausted. What are you eating nowadays? What are your daily diet? So he was literally the director, the HR head and director of Global Business College is asking you about your diet, your friend circle, the kind of movies you are watching as a teenager. You know, like complete parent. Like it was a complete parenting to me. I was just looking at him like, so sweet. Literally, I had that baby inside me. I was like, thanks a lot for asking, because
You feel so light.
yeah, and when you see people actually caring about your mental health also, which is I think rarely taken seriously in Birgunj especially. I love Birgunj, by the way. So basically, he said that, and he gave me a diet plan to follow that, and I was great. I handled everything a bit nicely, and it was great. So it actually takes care. I still remember I had some financial miscalculations, or financial crisis. I don't want to open about it, but yeah, I went to Sri Ram sir. I was like completely desperate and kind of depressed. And I was like, sir, financial this. I was like, okay, no problem. If it's financial, it's okay, no problem. Why are you being tensed? I was, sir, a bit depressed. No, don't be depressed. He was like that, and the best thing I think, especially about Sri Ram sir, is that he says one thing whenever he speaks, whenever he gives a speech. He's like, happiness is the ultimate goal. So whenever you meet someone, put a smile on your face, because you don't know what is going in his or her life. You got to be really patient with every people, and give them a chance to express themselves. Don't put burden on them, and I love Global Business College actually cares about mental health, and I guess my mental health improved when I came to this Global Business College.
You mentioned about Sri Ram sir, you mentioned about our director sir, Om sir, and also Ashok sir.
Ashok sir.
So if you had to choose
Yeah.
between these three Murtis and three Devs, who would you choose?
Toughest question now, I know. But definitely, I would love to be straightforward about this. I would love to choose, Ashok sir.
Ashok sir.
I don't know what to say about him, man. Like, he is boom. Like, he will hurt you right on the spot, but while hurting, he will heal you at the same time. Will make you realize, beta, garnu chai, la beta la. He's that person, he's that BFG, big friendly giant. He's like that. He's just but I kind of like, whenever I meet him, I'm like always listening like this. I don't feel like communicating, because whenever he speaks, his words are treasure. You can't put your words to him. Just listen to him. He's ocean of knowledge.
What is the most memorable, memory of Global Business College that you have in your mind?
That I have in my mind? Memorable. Okay. So I guess I can't say one particularly, man. There are a lot. The first orientation day, definitely.
Yeah.
And then Voice of Global, where I actually got the first prize. I don't know why, how, but yeah, I got that. And it was amazing. But yeah, if you were asking me one particularly, I can't say one, but yeah, all I can say is that the most memorable memory of mine from Global Business College is that whenever I get to meet Ashok sir, even it is for 1 minute, 5 seconds, 45 seconds, even if I'm getting to, greet him, it's all him. I can't say it to him, personally, sir, I'm your big fan, like that.
Die-hard.
Yeah, I just can't say it to him, like, face to face. But yeah, if you're watching this, sir, don't change, people like you, we need people like you, people like us who are vulnerable, who actually want to do something different, and who really don't like fitting into the society, who really want to stand out. We need you, sir. Ashok sir, never change you, sir. Thank you.
So you have that passion about, becoming a filmmaker.
Yeah.
How did you realize that? What made you realize that?
Definitely, I would say about this. So basically, many people in this college, they know me for singing.
Yeah.
And that is also because of acting. I remember I got my first singing recognition when I sung Bulaya song from Ae Dil Hai Mushkil in Grace School. And I sung that because I am a huge fan of Ranbir Kapoor. And I was actually not singing on stage, I was acting like Ranbir Kapoor, as if I'm hurt, heartbroken, one-sided love stuff in that movie. I was actually acting and people liked it, and I got like a very good recognition out there. So that's when it started, and I started acting. But all I can say is that even if I'm sitting here and being able to talk to you, if I'm alive, it's because of that one person who is my godfather, Balram Chauhan. I hope you're watching this. I love you. I remember I was doing everything, I have a really dark, record of domestic violence in my house, which now I find funny, but it pretty much ruined my childhood. And That's when he showed up. He is completely God's child. He came, he gave me a passion. He taught me singing. I remember we used to practice singing, even though he was not some professional teacher about singing or acting. But he is a sociology lecturer, Balram Chauhan, and he is my godfather, I'm saying it. So if I'm alive, being able to talk to you, being able to have a passion to pursue in future, whether it is about filmmaking, singing or anything stuff, it is all because of him. I just can't say that, I do singing. No, it's not me doing singing. I'm doing it because God has provided me those stuff through Balram Chauhan, who is my godfather. So yeah, that's how I see it.
I heard Voice of Global actually had, different auditions and different rounds.
Oh God, 4 rounds, I guess.
Yeah, so how do you think that helped you improve your singing, the skills that you have?
Definitely. I pretty much left singing. Not left. Singing is not something that you can leave easily. It's in your blood. My father is a singer. My grandfather is a singer. So it's
Genetic.
yeah, genetic. So I was completely untrained and I used to sing a little bit occasionally just to entertain my class. I've been a very good entertainer in my class. I still do. From mimicking teachers to singing. So basically, all of the sessions we had, all of the rounds, as we can say. First we had our vocal round, and then we have our track round, and then we had folk round, and then we had the finale. So these four rounds, they completely polished me as a singer because during the breaks of these 4 rounds, we used to practice a lot.
Yeah.
And all thanks to the man, our captain, Chodu Raja Dai. I hope you are watching this. Like, he gave his blood, sweat, everything. Like, he was all there. He taught me a lot of things. And not only related to singing, but related to behavior also. How a singer behaves as a person. He's beautifully strict about music. He's beautifully passionate about music. And he's always there. Like, music. He taught me a lot about music. And even if I won that day, it's all him. I was not singing there. I just did it because he was always there. He was like, you can do it. Just do it. He was always there, just do this, just sing, practice and all those stuff. And end of the day, it happened. And people actually give credit to me about that, you did really well, amazing, you won this, that. I was like, no, brother, it was not me, it was Chodu Raja, it was all him. Like, the trophy was for him, and he's amazing. He's true.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. It was great talking to you.
Yeah.
And yes, the people who are watching this, you're humbly welcome to our college if you're searching a place that is embracing your talent.
Yeah.
And yes, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe our channel.
Yeah, and hit the bell icon if you love these chit chats, please. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Have a good day.
Yeah.